Hello, welcome to an episode of Joe Don't Know. Today's going to be a sad episode. We're going to talk about how some people in life just can't get to an emotional place where they can dance. And that's sad. The feeling like you can just cut loose and celebrate for no reason at all. Some people are not there, and they're not there for a long period of time. And that's sad. Should I state the whole thing again so you can understand the gravity of how tragic this is? It is tragic. Also, when you're in that place, you can't imagine like the feeling of unbridled celebration that would lead you to want to dance. It doesn't compute. Like, you don't get why anybody could feel that way. And that's the point of not being able to get to that place, is that you don't feel that way. So like, you can't compute to you. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't register. Now, what do you do like when people are in this state of mind? Because everyone's always trying to help people that are in this state of mind. What do you do for them? You talk to them, you listen to their problems, you come up with a solution to their problems. You try to help them fix little things in their day that'll make them feel better. You tell them things to improve themselves a little bit so they'll feel better. Like, hey, go shopping. Hey, brush your teeth. Hey, clean your apartment. Hey, get out and get some exercise, get some sun. Like, all these things do make you feel better. That's true. And so suggesting them to people is, it's worthwhile. It helps if they follow through. But there's one thing that really helps them. Like, the only thing that will sustain their rehabilitation. And that is, it's so cliche, I can't even say it. To physically touch them, usually with a hug. Why? Forget all the cliche nonsense about it. This is just real. It's 100% fact. Why? Inside of us is something biological that gets triggered when we are hugged and touched by another person, especially if it's with a little bit of pressure. And something about like up here in like the upper chest area and shoulders, when somebody like applies pressure and hugs you and puts pressure right there, it does something to you in your nervous system. It releases chemicals inside of you, and it changes things for you. This is the only real way to get on the path to rehabbing. Like rehabbing all your down feelings, getting back to a place where you can feel like you can dance eventually. Getting out of your just god-awful emotional slump. And I'm not in that place right now, just in case this hoodie and beard was misleading you. I feel great. I mean, who wouldn't? Look at my hair. Look at me. I've been rearranging my living room for the past 2.5 hours. I feel great. I really do. This is a statement, actually, because recently I have been dancing in my apartment because I have been very happy. Man, happy's not even the word. That's like the point of this video, is that happy doesn't define the good side of this and sad doesn't define the bad side of this. Some people say the sad side is depression. I don't know if that's appropriate. Maybe like an emptiness, a void. Like when I think of people who are depressed, I think they can't move. They can't mobilize. They feel nothing. So maybe this is a little bit more painted with sadness, like a blend of that with depression. Whatever it is, you guys understand. Let's just define it by an inability to cut loose and dance, to like, be free. Like, I'm just so happy and I have no reason to be. All right, whatever. Anyways, I have been feeling good lately. Not happy, just good. Look at me over there. Look, Seinfeld. Me. Beard. So that's why I was making this video, because when you're in the happy, good state, it's funny to reflect on times that you didn't feel like you could get to that state. Like the whole path was such a mystery. The path, look at the path. That's what's so crazy about it, is that it does feel like a long path that you have to take when you're on the dark side of that part. Like, what's this long journey I have to go on to get to good, get to happy, get to dancing? But when you eventually do get there and get to dancing, you're still physically in the same place. Like, you're still in your living room. Like a path to go somewhere. It's all this mental, emotional, ideological, experiential journey. But like eventually you're dancing in the same spot physically that you were self-loathing a few months ago. It's like a path to the same place physically. It's And sometimes that's what's so like frustrating about it, is because you know you don't have far to go. Physically, you have nowhere to go. You know the potential to feel all those good feelings is right here where you are right now, in this living room, on this couch, not doing anything profoundly different, wearing the same clothes. But you just can't get there anyways. It's like a door that's in front of you that's just unlocked, it's just locked, and doesn't even have a door handle on it. You don't have a key. It doesn't have a door handle. You just see the outline that it's a door. So you know it's a door there, and you know what's on the other side. And it's just right there within your reach, but you can't get it. So anyways, the point of this video is like, what's the path forward for those people? And the answer is just hugging them. Like, it's really simple. Really, really simple. You got to hug and put some pressure here, and you got to hold it, and you got to do it in a real way, like not some sappy way that projects that you're trying to do it, because people pick up on that and they're kind of repulsed by it. Because there's this principle that when you want to move somebody out of an emotional place, you have to first meet them on that level that they're in. And then you can guide them out of it by you then changing your emotional level. It's like first you meet them on their emotional level so that you form this connection bridge. And then you guide yourself out of that. And then they follow you because first you were connected. So if you try to hug them and meet them in that place and they feel that it's not genuine, you don't establish that initial connection. So what I would suggest is like when you're hugging them, like, just hug them, and the only force of it increasing intensity of the moment should be to add pressure to the hug. Sometimes people, they want to add like, oh, I'm so sorry, oh, or they want to explain the hug a little bit. I feel you, I'm so sorry. Like, I mean, you can do a little bit of all that stuff, but just the point is don't get it over the top so that you lose the genuine authenticity of the moment. All that really matters is the hug and the pressure in this upper chest area. And that starts to rehab people. It's kind of like when you eat food, you feel something like deep in your guts, and there's no way to fake that with something else. Like, I can't go stare at a sunset and get that same feeling inside. Same with hugging. You can't tell somebody to clean their room and they clean the room and get that same feeling inside. No, the hug is what does it. So like, people need hugs in life. Like, it's a thing. I don't care what you say, like, oh, you're a man, you're a woman, whatever it is. Like, people need hugs. Strong people, weak people, and people that don't get enough hugs, they don't feel as good as they could, as good, optimal as they could. And they're at risk that if pieces of their life aren't falling into place, plus they have a deficiency of hugs, they can slide into a bad place themselves. And then from there, they'd start destroying the relationships that have the potential to provide any hugs. Because, you know, when you feel bad, you're hurting, you hurt people. Hurt people. And so you hurt the people that have the potential to ever hug you, which means you're destroying your ability to ever get out of this place that you're in. I think that's enough for now. You know, none of this is rooted in hard science, as you can tell, because I don't really know, but still worth contemplating. Blah.